y'all, so this is the video that's a follow-up to the video from last week about talking about your worst date ever story. And obviously, since Sabrina is the only one that replied, she is the one that wins. So I'm going to tell you about my 2 worst dates. And the reason why I have 2 stories is because they are like equally bad, but like in their own special way. So the first one, I was 18 years old. I was still living in Boston. And my house was like right there by Boston University. I was literally down the street from like a lot of the dorms, most of the houses that had been on my street that I grew up with. You know, there had been families in it, you know, when I was a child. And then by the time I was a teenager, most of them had been sold to people that were renting it out to college students or to the college itself for like extra rooming accommodations for their students. So by that time, I was pretty much surrounded by college students. And I had this date with an Irish student that was attending BU. And I mean, that's not a problem. I'm Irish, you know. I can understand the brogue of my people, you know. And I understand like the little translations, like over there, torch actually means flashlight, not a torch. Lorry means truck. Lift is elevator. So I mean, I understand like the little subtle differences in the words and everything, and I can understand a brogue, but the problem with this kid was he also stuttered. And when do you stutter? You stutter when you're nervous. And when are you going to be nervous? On a first date. So the kid would like stutter, and I'd be like, what was that? And of course that makes him stutter worse. And it's just like, oh my god, you know, what am I gonna do with him? He can like barely friggin' talk. I'm like, you know, I have to do something with this kid to just like calm him the hell down. So I said, why don't we go to the Science Museum, the Boston Museum of Science, and they still do have the Omni Theater. Now, in a lot of different places, it's called a lot of different things. Down here in Tampa, it's called Mosey. It's kind of like the IMAX theater. It's like that huge dome. It's like you walk into, it's almost like a planetarium type room. It's a huge dome room, and it has like stadium seating in it. And you're like, the projector is as big as is like as tall as 2 people. I mean, it has to be like on a crane trolley to get it up. The film reels are like about like the size of me. It's, you know what I'm talking about. And you know, when you go into the room, it's like some people will suffer like vertigo. You'll get this like whoa type feeling. But you know, when I was young, I didn't have that. Now I kind of get that. But when I was young, when I was 18, I didn't get that vertigo feeling. So we go in there, and he chooses the seats. Now we were seeing a film. I mean, this is how long ago it was. We were seeing like a documentary about the Titanic. I mean, at this point, anything anybody says about the Titanic, we pretty much have already seen it. But this, Bob Ballard had just discovered it, like, a few years earlier. The National Geographic film that he had done had just hit a few years earlier. So we were still really kind of, like, getting some new information. So we thought it would be really interesting. I mean, of course, it was built in Ireland. So we wanted to see it. So we went to the Omni Theater. And, we were sitting in there, and he chose the seat. He should have chose the seat. I let him choose the seat. He chose to sit way down front. Now, if you've ever been in these things, you understand this isn't like a regular movie theater. Everything is like up. Like, we're talking about like, you know, I mean, like if you're sitting here and like the screen is here, like the film happens like up here. You know what I mean? So we had to sit like this, like the entire time. Literally the back of my skull was against the chair for like well over an hour. I think this was like an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. Cutting off circulation in my brain. So the minute I stood up, all blood came rushing back to my brain. I'm in a room that causes vertigo, and I'm like, whoa, and I tumble forward into the row in front of me, and I broke my nose, and I had to go to the emergency room. To give this kid credit, he stayed with me in the emergency room, but I wouldn't have been in the fucking emergency room if this motherfucker could have just calmed the fuck down. So we're on, because like neither of us we lived in Boston. We didn't have to have cars. We rode public transportation. We were riding the Green Line back because we live kind of like in the, you know, a few blocks away from each other. And I've got like stuff up my nose. I'm in pain. They had to reset my nose. You know, I'm like getting the black eyes and everything. And I've got a massive fucking headache because of course I banged my fucking head too, because the floors in there are concrete. And he starts to say something and he's fucking stuttering, and I just turn around and I said, shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear another goddamn fucking word out of your mouth. We're done. Shut up. He didn't say another fucking word. We got to my stop. I got off of my stop and left him on the train. Listen. Come over here and stop it. Yeah, so that was my first bad date ever. So the second one, fast forward to about like 6 or 8 years later. I'm now living in Florida. I meet this guy at an Applebee's in downtown Sarasota. And anybody that's been in an Applebee's, you know that there's like the bar area and there's the seating area, and it's separated by like this like low half wall. Now, because it was in downtown Sarasota, it's a little nicer than like a regular Applebee's you go into. Like there's carpeting through the whole thing. It was kind of like eating in an Applebee's that used to be in Olive Garden. Do you know what I mean? Just like the tables, they had like the TVs in the bar, but it was kind of like the sound was very muted. There wasn't like a lot of loud noise. There wasn't, you know, boisterous activity. I mean, you go into like a Chili's or an Applebee's, man, people get loud and shit. It just, in downtown Sarasota, you just don't get that kind of crowd. So anyway, I met him in this Applebee's, and we sat down, and as you guys know, I can get a little long-winded in my stories, but I'm like telling him the story. Now, this is back in the days of Monday Night Football. I don't even know if they still have football on. I have no use for sports, but so we met on a Monday night, and he kept glancing up at the damn football game. And I'm not just talking about like check the score, come back down, check the score. He's like, well, I'm talking. That's the first date. I'm like, if you're not happy, get the fuck out. And I've literally, like, right in the middle of a date or like in the middle of dinner, I'm like, listen, this ain't working. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I'm gonna get my check. I'm gonna go. Take care of yourself. Have a nice life. I've literally done that. But you know, if you're not having a good time, just all you need to do is tell me. I've literally had a guy destroy city property on a date with me because he was not this guy, but another guy I was on a date with. He was a firefighter for the city of Venice, and his beeper went off in the middle of the day, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, this is how long ago it was, a beeper. And I said, do you need to go? And he looked at me, he's like, you know, whenever I go on a first date with somebody, he was like, I always have work page me, and that way I could say I have to leave if the date isn't going well. I have like an emergency and I have to leave. I said, you don't have to go through that with me. I'm like, if you're not having a good time, you can go. I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna stalk you. I'm not gonna, you know, whatever. And he looked at me and he looked down at his beeper and he put the beeper in his glass of water. And I started laughing. I'm like, wait, isn't that city property? He's like, oh shit. So yeah, that ended up costing him like $300. But anyway, this day, this guy kept like watching the fucking football game. And I'm getting annoyed. So finally I said to him, I'm like, I'm sorry, am I interrupting your game? Now, if Idiot had looked at me, he would have known, uh-oh. He didn't even look at me when he said, no, you're good. Oh, really? So I caught the waitress's eye, and I did them. Because when I came in before him, and when she sat me down, I said, listen, it's going to be 2 checks. Whenever I go out with anybody, even if I'm in a relationship with somebody, unless they invite me somewhere, I pay my way or I don't go. That's just the way. Nobody pays for me, okay, ever. If I can't afford to do something, I do without. So no one ever pays for me. So that's like, especially on a first date, I don't want to feel any obligation to a guy, and I don't want him to feel like he got ripped off. It's just the way I roll. So I made the check sign to her, and she came over with the 2 checks, and before she could take them, he grabbed both of them out of her hand, and I'm like, motherfucker. So I asked her for a box for my food, because I had only gotten halfway through my dinner, and I'm just like, I ain't paying for fucking food that I only ate half of because of this motherfucker. So she went to get the box, and I was waiting until she got back to ask her how much my check was, because I carry cash on a date. I was just gonna fucking throw the money at him and leave. Just, I'm done. So she comes back with his credit card and the 2 checks, and she's whispering in his ear. And I've been a waitress. I know what that whisper is, because she didn't hand it back to him. She whispering to him. Now keep in mind, the restaurant was kind of full, okay? So there were people right on the other side of us in the dining area. And he was like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. So she whispered again. I'm like I'm enjoying this because I know what it is, because I got my payment. So he's like, I can't hear you. So I leaned forward like I was going to say something like really quiet. And I went, your credit card was declined. Like everybody fucking turned to look. So I just like big old smile on my face. And I said to the waitress, which check is mine, sweetheart? And she handed me mine. I don't know. I don't even know how much it was. I just handed her 20, because like fucking nothing at Applebee's. Unless I'm drinking, and I wasn't drinking because I was going to be driving. Unless you're drinking, your meal and your drink with the tip, I mean, $20 more than covers it. So I handed her 20. I said, all the rest is yours, sweetheart. I said, you're going to need it putting up with him. And I looked at him and I said, I hope you don't got to wash dishes. And I just walked out. I just like took my food. I walked out. I don't care what happened to him. Fuck him. Fuck him. You don't want to be there, then don't be there. But you don't fucking treat me like that. So I guess he had like some cash on him or something, because he came like running out with his food like after me. Now I'm like, oh fuck. And he's like trying to talk to me and shit. And I'm just like, I'm like walking around the block. I'm not going to the fucking parking lot because I don't want him to know what kind of car I drive, my license plate number. I don't want him to know that. Heels are fucking killing me. And I'm like walking. I walked for like fucking 2 blocks, and then I walked back. And he's like on my ass the whole time trying to talk. Now he wants to fucking talk to me. Now he wants to pay attention to me. Too late. So I'm just like, finally, I can't, my feet can't take it anymore. My legs are screaming because my calves hurt. My feet hurt. I'm like, I'm done. I want this asshole off my case. So I go to the parking lot. I get into my car. I put my car door in between us. And I said, well, I got to get going. I said, because I got to get to work. I said, I got to go home, shower, change, and everything. He leans in to give me a kiss. I'm like, I just dropped down onto my seat, because I had the car door like right here. I dropped down into my seat, slammed that car door shut, locked it, put the car in gear, and was never saw him again. Never called him. He called me. I'm like, what part of me bailing out of the parking lot says, hey, I want a second date? So, yeah, that... And that's, I mean, and what precipitated this is because I was actually thinking about starting to, like, put myself out there to date again, and I'm like, now that I relate the story, I'm like, yeah, good. I'm real good. So, yeah, those are my 2 worst dating stories. So, I hope you guys got a big fucking kick out of those stories, and I will see you all in the next video.